We start with the surgery. First step is a post-extractive case. Let's start with the extraction and remove the prosthesis. So this is periotome to dissect the fiber in the sulcus. Anyway, the traumatic extraction of the tooth is mandatory to have and to maintain the anatomy of the patient. So you have to take time to perform the extraction in the right way. There is some slight mobility of all the breech. We also perform palatal periotomy. We start with some kind of luxation of this tooth. We always take the finger here to control some bad movement in the buccal direction to avoid any breakage of the buccal wall. That it means aesthetical problem in this post-extractive case. To avoid any movement in this way, we decide to cut the roots here and here and remove the breech. It's faster than cutting the breech. Okay, we dissect the first root. Okay, we remove the breech. Yeah. Now, okay, this is something to perform the gentle luxation of the roots. Take your time because we have not to break the bone and damage the socket. Some mobility.
Mettimi la pallina.
Gentle extraction of this.
La pallina.
put a finger here to feel some movement of the buccal plate. I don't feel any movement. We have to place rotational movement and to avoid most of all the buccal lingual. A little bit only when the roots is luxated. Okay, and this is the second extraction. To clean the socket on the granulation tissue, remove all the debris. The socket. This is the way I'll remove some glucosa with a large bar without irrigation. So you can remove and burn at the same time. And also we use in the sulcus to perform some kind of desensitization of the sulcus. Our mind is a better healing when we perform this. Okay, and this is the first moment that we can check the guide, because to check the guide we can accommodate the guide only after extraction of the tooth. Now it's the moment to check the guide. And if you see, there is a perfect, always perfect fitting of this kind of guide. We're checking the movement. We have no movement here. Perfect fitting. We look also for this the resin, so we can check the fitting of the guide. And the only way we don't need any surgical index, but we have only to applicare the Sure. You have to be sure to have very, very stable positioning while we start with the positioning of the first.
Okay.
You have to prepare both the palatal, and we have to place the pin together because there are some interferences from the pin and the drip. See.
Apri grande Paolo? Okay.
And if you see, we have the longer pin in the buccal place and the shorter pin to avoid some interferences with the surgical tools. And also this long vestibular buccal pin helps us to retract the lip. We have good visibility all the time. The palatal we need the shorter one because we have to insert the reductor. We start with the protocol.
Così.
This is the mucoton. It's not so much important here in general because we have the socket open, but it helps to remove some soft tissue which may interfere with the direction of the drill. Okay, this is the counterboard drill. We have the purple. That means that the implant was narrow platform, and the counterboard help us to remove some bony interferences, as I said before. You see some bone here. You have to clean everything. Every time we have to clean this drill from the debris. So look at here. You have the bone here.
And something soft tissue.
Soft tissue and bone. We have to clean to recover the cutting performance of this drill. Okay, you have to remove the bone. Apri Paolo, grande, grande. We have to drive this drill through and through till we feel no more interferences to the osteotomy. And then we start with the reductor for 2 mm drill. We have 3 mark here. Yeah, some instrument to feel and counteract some movement of the guide. Africane. First mark 7 mm, 10 mm now, and now 13 mm. We have no stop here because the full length of the drill is 13 mm that corresponds to the length of the implants that have to be inserted. Africane grande, Paolo.
Super power.
Okay. If you feel, remember that we have 2000 RPM that give us the good sensation for the local density. Giampiero, while using this drill, you can find the first you touch now the lamina dura of the socket, then you perforate the cortical. Remember that the lamina dura will disappear in the next months, and so we have to reach the bone apical and palatal to the socket to gain the better primal stability. Every time you touch the bone, 1 second and go away, because this movement can release some. We prevent the burning of the bone, the overheating of the bone, and some irrigation can enter to the osteotomy. Okay, this is the reductor for 2.8. 13 millimeters or a little bit more. We have the nose here, we have much more density here. There is some unexpected friction of the tools, I don't know why. Okay. Some interferences, so we use another time the counterball drill to refine the cortical, the coronal part of the preparation. Now this conical drill is supposed to not 2000, it's better to use 800 RPM. As always, to use the implant we selected for. This is a conical drill for conical shaped implant, but we always use this drill only even if we finally decide to insert parallel implant or other shapes like active implant. Conical remove the help us to drive better the implant into the osteotomy. This is the use of the screw tab, reverse section, detach the bone, and now we are guided. So leave the hand free. Allarga un po'. Prossimo, ok. Cammina da lavare.
Occhio che sia bene stabile.
We remove some debris, bone debris.
Come sta di quello?
Questo.
Mano.
Come se no, questo.
Meglio.
Okay.
Ok.
We try for
Now we try to place the implant.
the first thing.
Remember, you enter with the implant in reverse section. This is the
Non sei reverso.
mounter of the implant. Look at the shape of this implant. It's a very high cutting performance of this implant because we are in the socket now and we need so much primary stability.
Già visto?
Non sei reverso. Reverso.
Reverse. We are free now. We are not guided. Remove the implant. You feel a little jump now. To engage the bone, and now you can drive the implant and leave your hand free. Look at the hand of Giampiero here. There is no pressure on the device. Let it drive from the system. But we are far away from the right depth. You can move here for unscrew a little bit the implant and try to screw it again because you have self-cutting implant. So you can try to unscrew and screw it again. And using the implant itself like a screw tab. You can do it again, screwing and unscrewing. You have 30 Newton of insertion torque.
After the implant.
If you see, we don't reach the right depth. We have the space here because we don't love to touch the guide with the first implant. We do the final adjustment all the implant are inserted finally. Look at the hand of Giampiero. Allarga.
Non già visto prima.
Ok, vai. We remove the screw tab. And remember, we have to insert the implant one by one. You have not to jump here, but this implant, this implant, this implant, and this implant. Same movement.
Reverse.
Reverse. You see, also with the here, the little jump when the implant engages the osteotomy. And now we are guided. So you
I feel.
can invert the rotation. 50 Newton of insertion torque, and the implant is blocked now, so we have to unscrew it and screw it again to see if the implant go deeper. Unscrew and screw it again. This kind of implant gain every time primary stability. Don't be afraid to unscrew the implant and screw it again with active implant, because it is born to do that. And also this implant is not at the right position in depth. Apri Paolo, grande. Same protocol. Screw tapping, reverse section, touch the bone, change rotation of the device, remove the screw tapping, if you feel some pressure, we have under the nose here, you can drive also the screw tapping through and through by screwing and unscrewing. Anyway, we lose some stability, but we can manage this. So too much torque can provoke deviation of the implant and it will be a disaster, because we have the prosthesis. Ok, apri grande.
Reverse.
50 reverse.
We are freedom now. We are not guided. Tac. You will be here. Okay. We are 30 Newton of insertion torque now. The implant stop, and so don't continue to screw.
30.
Don't be in a hurry. Unscrew the implant and screw it again. The implant goes deeper, but not at the right position.
30.
Unscrew it and screw it again. We have always the same insertion torque. We have 30 Newton now. We have too much
40.
away.
Sarà.
Unscrew, and we can jump a little bit for 40 Newton here.
Too much.
From 2 millimeters from the right position, but we also use this useful handpiece to unscrew and filling by hand. But too much pressure, so we have to remove completely the implant. Apri, stiamo dentro. I rinse a little bit to remove some debris from the screw tapping and the movement of the implant. And so, we have too much torque, we have to break some bone.
C'è acqua.
We are checking out the right position of the interferences. This is a conical 3.5 diameter conical grid.
Specification, because I have one stairs.
Then can eliminate some stairs inside of the osteotomy. Conical, and you can drive better. Start again with 30 Newton of insertion torque to feel that the situation is changed. Happy power grande.
Aspetta.
30.
30.
Happy grande. We are near for
30.
at the cortical of the nose here, and maybe
Ok,
Hai macchiato prima?
è arrivato.
quasi.
It's we are very near to the position.
Anche reverso.
So we can start to place the last implant, finishing our protocol of osteotomies with screw tapping, reverse section every time. Release the hand, breathe. We need less primary stability.
40.
Because we have to drive in. Apri Paolo. And maybe we have the temporary system at the apical part of the implant, because coronal part we have the alveolus free. We manage the screw tapping, but the implant stopped because maybe we have to break the apical part, incorporate the floor of the nose, as we said in the morning, to allow the tip of the implant enter and engage the cortical of the nose. To do this we have to use parallel wall drill. But anyway, we use the 2.8 diameter of the drill that doesn't touch use of the osteotomy and tapping of the implant because it's smaller. We perforate only the apical part. The implant stop at 50 Newton now is too much torque. So we screw and screw it again. We have to work hard here because we have to handle higher torque insertion.
Manuale.
Dove? Questo?
40.
We try to 40 Newton now. Okay, we are very near, but we have not to touch the guide with the stop of the implant mount, because now look at Giampiero. Now we have to release the tension in the system, so we unscrew all the implant a little bit all together. So we release tension from the guide to the bone. Because we have forced a little bit, and we have a certain tension in the system. So we have to unscrew, and now the final adaptation, one by one. After releasing the tension, the implants go better in the right position. So you can Giampiero screw error because there are always cutting performance of this implant, so you can screw the implant And now maybe we need a check of the sitting of the implant in the right position. We use always a blade. You can enlarge, Andrea, puoi allargare forse un po'. You can use a blade like this to feel if we have a good adaptation of the implant mount on the guide. Okay, now here. Everything is fine now. So we have to unscrew the implant now. Take care for unscrewing the implant, because now the implant has reached the right position. We have not to apply any force to the implant. And so you have to be sure that these screws are free. And this is wonderful implant now because you don't lose the screw in the mouth of the patient. It remains always attached to the implant mount. Don't release the patient eat the implant mount. Okay. Okay, you always after to be sure to have unscrewed everything. A little circular movement to disengage the connection, because we have applied so much torque that we have forced it too much. But if you look, the implant mount leaves the implant very easily, because we have released the tension at final adaptation. These fundamental steps. Okay, we can remove the guide now. Okay.
The ponte? Prepara lavaggio.
Okay, this is the surgery. Flapless surgery and post-extractive cases in the anterior area. In everything.
Aspetta un attimo, ritocco sull'emergenza, sul modello.
Now Giampiero is performing a better conditioning of the mucosa, looking at the model. As Giampiero performed on the stone cast in the lab phase before the surgery. And this is the prosthesis. Look, the screw inserted in the bridge. And now we start to adapt the prosthesis now. We feel some engagement here. Apicande. And we start to find a little screwing. If we are able to engage the connection, maybe we feel some connection on all the implants inserted. Now, after manual insertion, we use the device to 20 Newton After screwing by hand, we use the motor device setting at 20 Newton. These screws can reach 35 Newton of
Quanto
torque.
sono?
20.
20.
But we start with, like the implant, with low torque. Because if you have some interferences, some monitor, you can break everything. We have also to force a little bit the resistance of the mucosa most of the time. Because Giampiero made also some liver conditioning here on the model. So we start with 20 and we wait a little time to release the pressure.
Okay.
And then now we can jump to 30 Newton now. Okay. It's okay. Okay.
40.
We can reach more than 35 Newton. Only with Nobel screws, please. Okay, look at the occlusion. Paolo is
Vengo sotto.
immediately find the occlusion because okay.
Se devi far vedere dove vengo sotto.
Look how dammi una
Dammi
lavare.
il flow.
This is the occlusion
Chiudi, chiudi.
because there is a immediate function. Provisionalization, no?
Now we do X-ray.
Se non porta la
Now
base.
we have checked the position, the screwing of the prosthesis.